Once upon a time, in a forgotten corner of the world, there lay a village shrouded in mystery. The villagers spoke little, and the land was dense with fog, a strange mist that never seemed to lift. It was said that the fog wasn't just a weather phenomenon, but a barrier between this world and another, a world that was never meant to be seen. Legend had it that long ago, a powerful and mysterious entity lived deep within the mist. Some called it the Whispering One, for those who wandered too far into the fog often claimed to hear faint voices, distant and beckoning. But no one knew what it was or where it came from. The village had always been there, quiet and untouched by time, yet none of its records seemed to go further back than a few generations. One evening, as the fog settled thick over the village, a curious traveler named Lyra arrived. She had heard the whispers of the village and was drawn to it by an inexplicable pull. The villagers warned her to leave, to turn back before it was too late, but she was determined to uncover the truth behind the fog. As she ventured deeper into the mist, the world around her seemed to change. The air grew colder, and the sounds of the village faded into silence. Only the whispering remained, soft and gentle, urging her forward. Then, after what felt like hours, Lyra stumbled upon an ancient stone archway, half hidden by vines and overgrown moss. The archway seemed to pulse with an eerie glow, and beyond it was not the familiar fog, but a vast, otherworldly forest bathed in an ethereal light. It was a place that defied all sense of logic, a place where the trees were twisted in shapes that made no sense, where the stars above glimmered in colors never seen in the sky, and where the air smelled faintly of forgotten dreams. Lyra stepped through the arch, and as she did, the fog vanished behind her. She found herself standing at the edge of a river that flowed not with water, but with a shimmering, liquid silver. Strange, glowing creatures darted beneath the surface, their forms both familiar and alien. They whispered in a language Lyra couldn't understand, but somehow, she knew they were trying to warn her. In the distance, at the heart of the forest, stood an enormous tree, its trunk twisted, its branches reaching for the sky like the fingers of a giant. At the base of the tree, a figure stood watching her. It was a tall, shadowed being, its face hidden by a hood, but its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. "You should not have come," the figure said, its voice like a distant echo. Lyra, though frightened, was determined. "What is this place? And who are you?" The figure stepped closer, its form shifting and warping, as though it were part of the fog itself. "This is the boundary between worlds. You have crossed into the realm where time and space do not obey the rules of your world. I am the guardian of this place, and I watch over the veil that separates the two realms." Lyra's heart raced. Why does the fog exist in the village? What does it want from us? The guardian sighed, a sound like the rustling of ancient leaves. "The fog is not a curse, but a warning. It keeps those who wander too far from crossing into this world, for once you have seen it, it becomes a part of you. Your world and this one are not meant to intertwine. If you stay too long, you will never return." Lyra felt a chill run through her, and for the first time, doubt crept into her mind. But she stood firm. "I need to know more. I need to understand." The guardian nodded slowly. "You have a choice, then. Stay here, and become one with the forest, lost to time and memory. Or return, and forget all that you have seen. The fog will take care of the rest." Lyra glanced back toward the archway, where the mist had already begun to creep back. She knew the choice she had to make, but she couldn't bring herself to forget. "I'll return. But I promise, I won't forget." As she stepped back through the archway, the fog closed in around her, and the world she knew seemed to swallow her whole. But in her heart, the whispers of the other world remained. She would never truly forget. And so, the village remained hidden, trapped between the two realms, while the mist continued to roll over the land. And somewhere, Far beyond the fog, the guardian still watched, waiting for the next traveler to find the forgotten doorway.